What is the optimum ball position for wedges, mid-irons, fairway woods and your driver? Hi guys, I'm Chris and welcome to Get Good at Golf, and today we're going to be talking about where your ball position should be. So a lot of people get confused, a lot of people mix up where the ball position can be, and that's going to affect where the ball is going to start, what kind of strike you're going to get, and the consistency you're going to have in general as a golfer. First club up is the pitching wedge, so I'm going to be talking about wedges here, and wedges is a big thing that a lot of people use, obviously, in general, because it's a shot that is used a lot on a round of golf. And people often get it too far back in their stance. So they've seen some videos to get spin, right, I need to get that ball position really far back. What they do then is very steep, big divots, the ball comes out way too low and your pitching wedge starts going 150 yards. It's great, you say to your friends, oh, I can hit a pitching wedge 150 yards, but there is no control whatsoever on if that's going to happen every single time. So with a pitching wedge, with your wedges, so with your 56, with your 52, with the ones you're going to hit more fuller shots, with your 60, it's the same ball position, but you don't hit as many full shots. This ball position wants to be in the centre of your stance. So centre of your stance, we know in a golf swing, we're going to load up onto that right-hand side, and then as we come down and transfer our weight, we're going to get our weight a little bit ahead of the ball. So we're still going to be hitting down. We're then going to be able to make sure we've got the correct amount of loft on there. So we know with a pitching wedge, anywhere between 43 degrees and 46, depending on which clubs you have. That's then going to get it to launch, and we're going to get a good distance that's consistent. Hopefully for you, again, it might be 100 yards, it might be 120, but it's going to go that every time from the same ball position. So if I now hit this one, ball position's in the middle, make a normal motion, I get a good interaction with the turf, not too deep, and that's gone exactly the distance that I would expect. A good strike, started on line, and that's all the things we achieve from getting the correct ball position. Right, let's move on now to a mid-iron. So really we're talking here from your 9-iron up to, basically up to your 7-iron, so your 9, 8 and 7. We're going to move that ball position the ball forwards of centre. So if I bring this one in now, roll that down, it's going to be just in front of this line. So when I take my stance, you'll see there that that's just ahead. So now my club's in the centre of my stance. Again, with this club, guys, we are wanting to be a little bit shallower. So we want to come in with a different angle of attack. We want to be ever so slightly shallower. We haven't got as much loft on here. We don't need as big a divot, and that's going to get the optimum launch that we are looking for to get the correct spin and again the correct start line. So if I slightly move these out for us here. So again, like I say, 9-iron, 8-iron and 7-iron. Club is in the middle, take my stance, then I can come in here, hit that shot. Started exactly where the pitching wedge did, a good interaction with the turf, and if James comes in there now, shows you where the divots are, we can see exactly where we've entered. So ball position was there, I've entered just before on the ball, the same here with my 8-iron, I've entered on that ball. So now we're going to be talking about long irons, so your long irons and your fairway woods. Again, we want to be coming in a little bit further forwards. Again, we're trying to be a little bit more shallow with this shot, so again, angle of attack wise, we're not going to be as steep. We're using that loft instead of angle of attack to get the ball launching correctly. So again, nice and easy, guys, we move another ball forwards. So here, I've gone to my 3-wood. It's actually James's 3-wood, he's lent it me on this rare occasion. And you'll see now, guys, that's 2 balls ahead in my stance. Yes, on this occasion, guys, your stance might get a little bit wider for a fairway wood, so you need to think about, yes, my stance will get wider, but my ball position still remains relative to the centre of my stance. It's not to how wide I've gone. I'm going to move this driver because I've got the fear of hitting that in the backswing. So from here, guys, now this is going to help me get a little bit shallow. We should still take a little bit of a divot with a fairway wood. The common theme is to think that, oh, I shouldn't be taking a divot with a fairway wood. Yes, we should still be hitting ever so slightly down, because if we're going to hit up, we're either going to launch it too high with too much loft and it's not going to get the distance, or we're going to catch it very low on the face and potentially top it. Yes, James is shouting Sergio Garcia. You'll watch him with a fairway wood. He certainly takes some serious divots. So Prime example there, that was me, not the ball position, no divot whatsoever. A little bit low on the face, it's still launched, but that would go too far on this occasion for that shot. So I didn't get the optimum launch there, that was more me, not the ball position. So final one is your driver. So as we know, with your driver, guys, we want to have that a little bit further forwards, and this is now where we want to start hitting up onto this golf club. So the angle of attack now will be in the positive. If we can get you hitting up on this ball, that's going to help us get the optimum launch, the optimum spin, because if we hit down onto this golf ball, you may sky the driver, you also will add a lot of spin and you will not get the distance you want. So nice and easy, another ball forwards, which brings that onto the left heel of my stance. A little bit further forwards with my setup now, that's going to encourage that club to be working up past my sternum, which is going to be the low point, and we're going to be able to sweep that ball off the tee. So if you are somebody who hits down, hits a divot with a driver, this is something you need to think about. Angle the body slightly away, ball position there, and we're trying to sweep it up off the tee. Just like that. It's a great drive, but now I've realised the green is too close for that shot. But guys, so there's your ball position. So let's talk about your ball position. If we're going down to the wedges again, we want to be in the centre of your stance. We then move a ball forwards when we're thinking about your 9, 8 and 7 iron. From there, your long irons and your fairway woods is another ball forwards, and finally your driver is just inside your left heel, guys. So it seems a very simple thing, guys, but a lot of people get this wrong when they change the stance width. When that goes, ball position starts to vary. That's why you might be misstriking your shots, not getting the distance you want, or with your wedges certainly getting too much if that ball position is too far back. So guys, that has been Get Good at Golf. We'll see you again tomorrow.